Fitzair continued to operate successful cargo operations and still does today. It came into its own, like many cargo airlines did, during the COVID pandemic, where generally scheduled passenger airlines services stopped operating around the world due to COVID restrictions. But Fitzair, like many cargo operations, continued to operate, and they provided a vital link predominantly between Colombo and the region. They assisted our export market, our export producers at that time, but they also brought in medical supplies, and they operated as far afield as places like Hong Kong and Thailand, etc., bringing in medical supplies, etc. those days. And they're still doing that today. But now, what's changed about Fitzair? Well, we have spent the last 12 months developing a regional scheduled passenger airline. That's what's changed. What are we aiming to do? Well, we're aiming to provide affordable travel between the SAARC nations, the GCC, and Southeast Asia, all based here in Colombo. Our mission is to provide sustainable, affordable air travel on a no-frills basis to customers wanting to travel within the region for work, for pleasure, for leisure, for business, VFR, education, the list just goes on. Today, everybody's looking for affordable air travel. The key drivers here, of course, when we say affordable, are of course affordable fares. We also need to make sure that we provide reliable schedules and city pairs that have sufficient demand and constant demand that enables us to actually sustain them year round. No point in going to one-off places on a seasonal demand. That's not our focus. And the other key issue that we have to do, of course, is to keep our fares affordable, but keeping our costs under control. That's where we generally have an edge over most of our competitors. As I've told you, our airline has a 25-year history. Our team today comprise a rare breed of seasoned professionals working alongside, and I'm very pleased about this, a new generation of fresh-faced but fully qualified, ambitious newcomers. One key thing I want to stress here: everybody is a Sri Lankan national, with two exceptions. You're looking at one of them, and another one who's been here even longer than me runs our engineering department. And we're pretty both well known in the industry, and I don't think that that's any surprise to most of you sitting around the table. However, everybody else is Sri Lankan. That's very important to me and to the board, that we are really trying to project here a true Sri Lankan company and a true Sri Lankan product. Because our key market is the local markets here. Sri Lankans to travel outside into the region, and people coming to visit Sri Lanka from within the region and expecting to see Sri Lankans running the business. We want to basically show that in these very challenging and difficult times, that private enterprise in Sri Lanka is still capable of achieving remarkable results by dint of honest, hard work, proper resources, and exceptional teamwork. Key to this, teamwork. Anybody that's known me over the years has known that I've been pretty good at developing passionate and hard-working teams. This is what is going to drive this airline. I'm very confident about that. I will keep repeating it until you get fed up. But when you travel with us, you'll see what I mean about teamwork. Whether it's someone loading the bag, someone pulling the stick on the aircraft up the front, someone shutting the door, someone serving you a tea or coffee, they're all passionate, they're all part of one team. There's nobody special. I'm not special, I'm just an ordinary member of the team. So, next slide. Where are we going and when are we starting? Well, we're starting with Dubai 3 times a week. This begins on the 5th of October, so it's not long to wait. The booking engine's open. If you've got your money, you want to travel to Dubai, travel with us. The same goes to the Maldives. We're travelling to the Maldives 3 times a week, starting on Monday the 10th of October. And then later in October, we're starting our first flights into southern India. We've selected Trichy, and we're starting there 3 times a week on the 28th of October. Additional flights, well, they'll be coming. We expect to start operating to more points in India in the first quarter of 2023. So, moving on, what's on offer? How much is it going to cost you? Well, our flights, our mainline flights will be operated by the Airbus A320, which will offer economy class seating, and for a few people who want to have a little bit better comfort, we'll offer a small cabin which is called Economy Plus. Economy is the word here. We're not going in for business class and all those things. We're just trying to provide a no-frills, affordable product at very competitive prices. Everybody will be able to take 30 kilos of checked baggage on board, as well as up to 7 kilos of carry-on baggage in the cabin. That's just like the same as most full-service carriers. Unlike most lower-cost carriers, Fitzair, in keeping with the Sri Lankan tradition of hospitality, will be offering complimentary refreshments to all passengers. Okay? This won't be a meal, but it will be a welcome on board drink, some small snacks, just to keep you sustained for what often will only be an hour's flight. We don't think people really want to stuff themselves full of food on, what is basically 40 minutes from takeoff to landing, and pay a lot of money for the privilege. Most people just want to get on board and arrive in good shape on time. That's the market we're looking for. But on the longer services, perhaps to Dubai, etc., we will offer snacks, meals and beverages available on board for purchase for anybody that wants to do that. We're quite happy for people bringing on their own food, sandwiches, whatever they want, at their own discretion. You want to buy on board? You can. But equally, when you make your reservations, you can also order a meal on board, pay for it. And if you do that, it'll be a little bit cheaper by pre-booking than you would get on board. The other thing is that you're guaranteed that your meal is going to be available when you want it. Because clearly, meals on board will be sold against demand, and we won't have enough for everybody. To all customers, on all flights. As I said, on the longer services, you will have the opportunity to buy more substantial snacks, meals and beverages. And you can pre-order your meals when you make a reservation. You can select your own seat for a small fee at the time of booking. And as I've told you before, Economy Plus offers you a designated cabin, extra legroom, larger seats, meals, and priority disembarkation at a very attractive surcharge. It's an economy class product, it's not a business class product, But if you compare it with the business class fares that are offered today, you will see a very, very big difference. Finally, this subject, FitSair is a private, Sri Lankan owned and managed scheduled airline with no government involvement or funding whatsoever. That's what we are. How can you book a flight? Well, smart customers use our online website via their mobile devices. It's available 24/7. It gives you the opportunity of getting the best deals. All you have to do is just book, pay and travel. It's as simple as that. And if you go and look at our website, you'll just see how simple it is. Some airline websites, you have to be an IT specialist to get through them. I can assure you, your grandmother could use ours. It's that simple. If I can use it, everybody can use it. Equally, if you want to avoid the check-in queues you often find at airports, unfortunately BIA is one of those these days, you can avoid the long check-in queues by checking in online as well. We have that facility and it's very, very simple, and when you get to the airport you just drop your bag. Drop your bag, you've got your boarding pass, go to immigration. Again, on the website you can pre-order meals, select seats, buy extra baggage allowance, all at better rates than you will find either on board or at the airport. But if none of that suits you and you don't want to use the mobile device, of course you can call us or you can contact your preferred travel agent. And one promise I will make to you all today is that something new will be happening in FitSair every month. And the first place that you'll find out what's happening, what's fresh today, fresh this month, will be to go to our website. So perhaps if you subscribe on the website, the best way is to keep you notified and keep you briefed by doing that.